And hello everyone, and welcome to the Forbidden Lands with DM Sterling. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different, and we'll be playing a tabletop RPG instead of our usual sunless shenanigans, so hopefully you all enjoy and have a good time as I bring everybody into chat who is hopefully not talking about anything untoward or exposing their own personal locations or the like. Hello everybody, I hope you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
can.
And hopefully that's coming through well for chat. Alrighty, we'll bring everybody over to the screen. There we go. And I'll hand things over to the wonderful Mr. Sterling.
Fantastic. Thank you, Xinthar. Well, good evening or good morning, wherever you happen to be on our wonderful world. My name is Sterling of the Black Pants Legion, and I have been rather dangerously allowed access to this humble WPPL 76 studio in order to lead a bunch of fun-loving and rambunctious Australians through a place known as the Forbidden Lands. This is a classic, old-style D&D themed sandbox campaign where there are no scripts. I don't really have a plan. It's all made up by random dice rolls and whatever decisions this wonderful party happens to make. So the Forbidden Lands. For 2 long centuries, this benighted place, a wilderness that has seen many conflicts come and go, has been covered by what is called the Blood Mist, this mysterious phenomenon that kills whoever happens to leave their home village and venture out into the lands. However, in the last few years, the Blood Mist has mysteriously lifted, and now various adventurers, merchants, ne'er-do-wells, the party, are able to explore these strange lands and encounter its mysterious denizens, and I'll get up to all sorts of fun and games of their own choosing. So, speaking of the party, I might let you guys introduce yourselves, and I think we'll go in alphabetical order. Dilph, who are you and who are you playing?
I am Dilph. I am one of the many Australians that loiter here, and I'm thinking that the Forbidden Lands is probably going to be slightly better than home, but who knows? We'll see what happens. And I am playing Pozic the Thrice Killed, a goblin fighter who definitely knows his way around a fight. Don't know what you're talking about. All the scars are on the front, thank you very much. Has a very nice pair of boots, and just don't ask where they came from, and is equally terrible with a ladle as he is with a blade. So he's the quartermaster. And that is the joy that is Pozic. I'll kick it on along.
Very good.
My turn.
Hosfae.
My name is Hosfae. I'm sure some of you know me. Again, Australian. We're all Australian. But I am playing a character called Hosfae because I am very easily confused. My character is a wolfkin. The only non-goblin in this troop at this stage. I have a pet wolf, because why not? And I am a ranger. I am out in search of ways that I can help the general public outside of my home forest.
Thank you, Hosfae. Ultima.
Greetings, my name is Ultima. I am part of the night shift crew at the WBPL and the BPL. I am playing Grak Moldwalker, who is a goblin druid who was raised by a mushroom named Thimkati. He was exiled from his clan for having golden eyes, which are bad luck. And he was rescued by a mushroom, which raised him and taught him in the ways of how to be a druid. All of his magic works through mycelium and mushrooms.
Very good. Oh, thank you, Ultima. And last but certainly not least, Xinthar. Who are you playing?
Yes, I am playing Darius Dibbler, the merchant extraordinaire. My job is basically to
Certainly a useful skill. Well, thank you all. And as a quick recap, because for the audience's benefit, we have done a session 0 prior to this. just to get used to the system. We are still learning and get used to our characters as well. But the party has spent the last few days and nights travelling hither and yon with no real discernible causes from my perspective. But they have been encountering a number of weird and wonderful things out there in the wilds of the Forbidden Lands. They, for instance, encountered the cloying remainder of the blood mist, this dangerous magical phenomenon that, well, darn nearly killed them, were it not for their hasty retreat up a copse of trees. They encountered a strange orc who was rather abusive, hurling insults and bodily fluids at them in some strange attempt at drawing out a fight. But these brave goblins and noble wolfkin restrained themselves, most nobly in the interests of peace, or whatever else they were thinking. They also discovered a weird orcish wedding, which swiftly descended into madness, chaos, and fighting shortly after they arrived, and for legal reasons, it was not the party's fault. But most recently, where we left off and where we should be picking up again, the party encountered a strange cabin in the woods, inhabited by two women making candles, of all things. But they were somewhat distraught as their young son had ventured off into the woods to find blueshine, this alchemical flower used in their candle making, and he's gotten lost. And brave Hosfae, by herself, has ventured into the woods in order to find him. Now it seems she may have bitten off a little bit more than she could chew, as she followed a trail leading to a large mound in the woods, where she catches sight of a large ogre dragging the poor boy, kicking and screaming, into a dark cave within. And now she has a few choices to make. Don't know if you have a lot of time to intervene. Ogres are hungry and barbaric creatures, not given to patience or negotiation. What is Hosfae going to do?
Unmute myself. That's a good question. What skill would it be? I'm assuming it's going to be a wit skill. What do I know about trolls? Are they like the trolls in Lord of the Rings, that they get turned to stone during the day, or
Make me a law check, please.
law check? Okay, so select law. No modifier. I got 1 success and 1 fail.
1 success and 1 fail. Well, we ignore the failure on a basic roll. But the 1 success suggests that you have a basic knowledge of who and what ogres are, and they are said to be the half-spawn of humans and dwarves. Unfortunately, degenerate and lacking in intelligence and good morals. They rove back and forth through the land, doing as they please, pillaging, plundering, murdering, and other unmentionable things.
Are they intelligent, or not so much?
They are sentient, but at a very basic level.
Just.
Right here. Last check before I start kiting, I believe the term is what my plan is right here. Which direction is home? Or, well, home, inverted commas.
Well, actually, question, can everyone see the map, just to make sure that's functioning?
Yep, Xinthar's got it up.
Excellent. Home is in the immediate southerly direction. but you are quite some distance away. You were traveling for easily an hour or two to tracking this beast. So your compatriots, your little golden friends, are not available to assist you.
Yeah, I'm quite aware of that.
But we're with you in spirit.
I see. Yep,
And you do have your wolf companion as well.
I do. I don't think I said his name before. My wolf companion's name is Cairo. So I think I don't really want to argue with it. I'm just gonna say stop, put that down. I'm gonna try and shoot him, and not hit the child.
You are going to try and intervene, all right?
Absolutely,
Well,
I'm gonna intervene.
You arrived as you see the creature dragging the poor boy into the cave, and you can still hear the sounds of struggle as the boy is yelping and crying out. Please don't hurt me! Please don't hurt me! Ah!
I assume he's
And
about
yes,
to get
I'm one of
eaten.
those strange DMs who makes voices, so you are warned.
It's always a treat.
Gonna move up as close as I deem safe to the front of the cave without being
All
and
right.
I hate it when it does this. A moment. I've got both selected and now I can't unselect them. Doesn't matter. Oh, I don't have dark vision.
It is dark in there, yes. You can hear the ogre continuing to drag the poor boy deeper into the cave.
Shot him when I saw him.
You could try and draw attention to yourself.
Yes, please.
All right. How do you want to do that?
So howling.
Howling.
That's what I'm good at.
Here, shut up. What's that? And you hear a loud thump, and the whimpering goes silent as heavy footfalls begin to approach you out of the darkness. And another billowing voice calls forth, "Here, who are you? What you want?"
I would like a child back, please. I'm going to
Nah,
knock it.
he's mine. And actually, you look rather tasty. I like puppies.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. I will knock an arrow.
All right. First combat of the campaign and of the settings, or the system. So we will roll initiative for you.
Initiative? Oh, I've forgotten how to do that. It's combat? No.
I will have to do it. This is not like
Oh, yeah,
Pathfinder
that's right.
or D&D.
Yep.
It's an initiative setting, and it's essentially a D10. The ogre bellows, getting the jump on you. Unfortunately, before you're able to knock an arrow, it comes barreling out of the cave, swinging a club directly at Cairo, as your wolf is bravely standing its ground between it and you. Let's see how it does. With a loud crack, the ogre brings the club down on the wolf, and the poor pupper suffers 2 points of strength damage. Nearly half his health, and immediately starts whimpering in pain and backing off. What do you wish to do, Hosfae?
How far can I move and still shoot?
So you have a slow action and you have a fast action. Movement is a fast action and can go up to 10 meters, roughly. To shoot, you'll need to first knock an arrow, which is a fast action. and then you can shoot as a slow action. If you wish to aim, that's a further fast action, but you'll have to take your time with it.
Actually, no, I'm going to run.
Gonna run? All right.
Yep. See if he follows. How far can I run? I don't actually know my...
As I said, move action is a 10-meter dash.
Oh, 10 meters, okay.
And you can do that twice if that's all you want to do.
Yep. How far is 10 meters?
All right.
I'm going to be off the map.
That's all right. You can actually run as a move action, and then you can attempt to disengage from the combat entirely, which is a move skill. And I will say that Cairo will be following, whimpering in your wake.
Yep, no, that's fine. I don't want to completely disengage. I want him to follow me.
All right. Very well. The ogre bellows after you. Oh, no, you're not running away. You look tasty. And it lumbers to keep up with you.
Am I faster?
Unfortunately, no. But he's having to pant to keep pace with you, though. He's not able to take a swing.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to run again.
All right. Well, if that is how you want to play it out, I would suggest to disengage, because then that'll end the combat. You'll be able to break off, flee into the woods.
What I would do is I would run long enough that I think a reasonably intelligent person, hopefully a child, would be able to go, this is my chance to leave, and the child might be able to get out. So I'll keep it up for maybe 5 minutes or so, and then I'll disengage. Does that make sense?
All right, yeah, you can do that. Make me a move skill check, please.
Move?
Move?
Yeah, that's agility.
Don't trip.
1 success, 1 fail.
All right. You manage, after a good 5 minutes of running through the woods, to finally lose track of the ogre as it seems to lose sight of you amongst the trees. You hope that it's enough for the poor boy to make his escape. What's your next move?
May I suggest some reinforcements?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go home. Go back to the boy's home. But I'll keep an eye out for the boy. Hopefully I might see him on the way back. It's a slim hope, but it's a hope nonetheless.
All right.
And then, I'll be getting reinforcements, and hopefully he doesn't eat quickly.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the lodge, what's everybody else doing while Hosfae is out gallivanting?
It's not gallivanting.
I
was
believe
sick.
Yes, you were very sick, and our druid was
Incapacitated.
delirious and generally unhappy. So I believe I was setting up camp and generally attempting to keep the both of them out of trouble while doing so.
Indeed you were. That's how I recollect it as well. Well, fortunately, by the time Hosfae comes panting back to the cabin, Brock has recovered some of his wits. And is now conscious and unable to understand what's going on. But Hosfae, as soon as you arrive back, you are glomped on by the two women who are looking at you furtively. Have you seen him? Have you seen our boy? Please, anything. Oh no. Please, just please help him. Please, all of you, please, we must have our boy back. I can hear you.
I could hear Sterling, but nobody else.
Oh no, Hosfae. Okay.
Yeah, same here. I can hear everybody else. But
Oh,
not
shivers, I
Hosfae.
had my mic muted.
Welcome to WBPL 76.
Was moving and
Technical
staring at the speaker.
difficulties.
I will say to the women, ladies, I found your son. He was with an ogre, unfortunately. I did manage to lead the ogre away. Do you think that your son would have the wherewithal to escape, given the chance? Or do I need to go find reinforcements?
He's only a young boy. He's not capable of fighting off an ogre. Please, no, you have to help him, please, all of you.
I will
Darius,
turn to my companions.
Darius stands up and he's sort of still a bit woozy, but he's like, ogres are no joke. We have to fight them. It's gonna get messy.
I uncurl myself from a small bush that I've curled around and stand up shakily and just kind of just hide behind Darius.
Alright, I will lead the way.
Something out there needs stabbing, so let's get out there and start stabbing.
All right. Hosfae leads you back through the woods, following the trail that she found. Unfortunately, as you are making your way towards the ogre's lair, you see no sight nor sound of the young boy. Eventually, again, after probably a good 45 minutes to an hour's jog through the woods, you come to the ogre mound once again. I shall bring you back onto the map.
So it's been 2 hours or so since Hosfae was here before.
Yes, so it is in fact getting dark. And I will.
As it gets darker, I just start stretching and looking a little more lucid and aware of the actual situation. What are we doing here? What's going on? Where are we?
Kid got kidnapped by an ogre. We're going to kidnap it back.
Okay.
Hopefully it is still alive.
It's violence time, I believe.
Yes, I believe so.
I look over at the wolf and see that it's hurt and just walk over to it and lay my hands very, very gently on its back. I'd like to attempt to heal it, please.
Ooh. Very good. At a basic power level, I assume?
Yep.
You're not doing anything fancy? Alright, you spend a willpower and it happens.
I pick up some dirt from the ground and spit in it, gently form it into clay, and just lay it over the wound that I can visibly see poking out of the wolf's back.
Well done, sir. Now, for using the ingredients, you'll add another point of power level to the spell, so Cairo regains 2 health. Or 2 strength. As it
Huzzah.
case. And that's how magic works, everyone. Magic.
I pat both Grak and Cairo on the head. Say thank you.
You notice a small collection of mushrooms growing out of the mud that's on him. Just tiny ones.
I'll have to come back to that. How would you like to go about this?
Just say, make sure to adjust your willpower, Ultima.
Have done.
Excellent. But yes, please continue. How do you go about this?
Launching to stealth in, I can't see directly squat in the oh, I'm not gonna be able to see anything out of here either.
Oh, it is as you see there, so it's not quite nighttime yet, but the shadows are getting long.
I can attempt to draw him out again. Or I can be useless in the tunnels.
I like
Which-
caves.
Caves
Caves
are
where
the
mushrooms
goblins'
grow.
natural habitat. We should have an advantage here.
Can trolls see in the dark?
Ogres. I'm getting them confused as well.
Make me a law check, please.
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
No, not sure. Sorry.
I'll back you up. I'll be
They're
behind
basically big goblins, aren't they? Real big.
Crankier than most, but essentially.
Well, let's assume that they can do everything we can do, except they're bigger and clumsier and uglier.
I've never met an ogre before.
You forgot stupider.
Well, I've met some pretty stupid goblins in my time.
Ah, but you have me.
This is true. You may be stupider than that ogre.
This remains to be seen.
you.
Well, I guess we should go on in, and I guess I'm taking the lead because I'm the one that knows how to not get punched.
After you. I'll bring up the rear.
All right. Ozik, as you approach the cave, you hear echoing and somewhat sickening crunching and slopping noises.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Hopefully they had something else to snack on before the main course.
Yeah, it's going to be a Disney death. They're not dead until we see the body.
No idea what I've just managed to do with the curses there.
You've switched to measurement mode, so just click back to the person symbol in the top left. And you should be able to move again. Peering into the cave, Pozik, you see a fork in the cavern, one going north, a route going north, and another cave going off to the right. The noises are coming from deeper in the cave. You see no immediate sign of the ogre.
So north is where the noises are.
Yes, from that sort of direction. But it is echoing a bit through the cave.
And I guess north is where I'm going to be headed. Alright, folks, you watch my back. I'm going in.
Me
I'll,
too. Me too.
Followed close behind them. Slinking behind the walls.
Very, very carefully going up.
Would you like to make a stealth check, please, for me, all of you, assuming all of you are going to be
Stealthing.
going really, really quiet? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Grak is fussing over Cairo, making sure the poultice he's made, the magical poultice, is holding, and unfortunately accidentally steps on the wolf's paw, and it lets out a yelp that echoes through the cave. The crunching and slopping noises stop. Who goes there? The voice issues forth once again, and large footsteps come padding in your direction.
I stand out in the front and I'm like, "Greetings, friendly ogre."
Oh dear.
Hello. Hello. It's nice to meet you.
Ah,
Bobbins. What
Ah.
you want?
friend, we are lost in this forest, and your largeness I have stumbled upon you and was merely seeking shelter in your cave. I don't wish to intrude, but I heard some delicious noises.
It's my food, not yours. Fuck off.
Oh, but I could exchange, perhaps?
Do you like mushrooms?
Make me a manipulate check, please.
I'm gonna step to the side, seeing where this is going.
And add a -1 modifier for difficulty, please.
I'm so charming, though. Manipulation.
If you succeed, then you can literally charm the pants off an ogre.
Is
I
he
don't
wearing
want his pants off. Why isn't it letting me put a name?
Suddenly, the campaign took a very unexpected turn.
Manipulation. It's not letting me add a negative. Motive. There we go.
Can you
Sorry.
type it in?
Yeah, I got it.
Ooh. Nah, this is my cave, my food. You can fuck right off. Or perhaps I'll eat you too.
Ah, but we're merely small goblins. We'd be so grisly and bad. You don't want to waste your time with us.
Do you like to get high?
You're mouthy. I think I'm gonna eat you first. We shall roll initiative.
Everybody wants to eat the smart one.
You are what you eat. Is that not how it
All
works?
right.
Oh no.
Pozic, you are first off the rank. As the ogre grasps its club in hand, what do you do?
I think I'm going to stick myself between the ogre and everybody else and get myself ready to stab it when it gets in range.
Very well. Feel free to move as you are. All right. Is that your turn, sir?
That's it. When it gets close enough, I'm going to whack it. But until then, I'm not going to go charging in.
Very well. Hosfae.
I can see. I'm assuming that I'm sharing everyone else's vision, not my own.
Yes, probably.
Probably.
So unfortunately, you can only see out to about there. You can hear all this going on,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, your eyes are just not helping you in this dark cave.
I'm gonna take probably a step forward to about there. And then, okay, now I can see Pozic. Yep. So, and then I'm going to. Can I hold an action to shoot, or is that?
I don't believe you can actually hold an action in this system.
Okay. Well, then
Don't
I'll
know.
just get prepared to shoot the next time it's my turn.
Very well. Darius.
You can spend a fast action to have your bow loaded and ready to roll.
That's a
Yep.
very good idea. Yep.
Let me see. I'm probably the squishiest in combat, but
And you aren't feeling too well. Yes.
Yes, I'm not doing so hot. I'll just hang back here. I don't really have anything in the way of equipment either that can help. I do have a shovel.
That could be all you need.
Well, for later reference, I do have a sling. Maybe you should take that off me for next time this shit happens.
Yes, I will equip myself for some ranged combat. Yeah, I'm just gonna head over here then.
Very well. Loitering in the corner. Grak,
I'm still coming to it a little bit, so I just get distracted by looking at the moss and mushrooms on the wall and just start playing with the staff that I carry around, which is more just a fallen branch I picked up.
Very well. I will say that you are no longer under the previous effect that you were suffering from before. You are feeling a bit better. But if you wish to roleplay that way, it's perfectly fine. We encourage roleplay here. The ogre will bear down upon Pozic, lumbering forward and smashing into you with its club.
Guess it's time for me to see how parrying works.
Indeed. Here it comes.
Only one success, though.
Do you wish to parry?
I do indeed. Now, the sword fighter perk, does that apply to parrying or only to attacking? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yes, it does apply to parrying. So your talent should automatically account for that. Oh, 2 successes. Well done.
Excellent.
As you
Go
just
straight for you.
manage to hold your sword as the blow comes down. It's probably not strong enough to fully hold against the blow, but you deflect it just enough for the club to go smashing down into the rock next to you and not upon your little green head. The ogre swears at you again. Oi! You're not supposed to do that. You're meant to go squish. Cairo will probably whimper at the mouth of the cave. He's not liking this ogre.
Don't blame you,
Pozic.
buddy.
I have an ogre that just attempted to squish me, and I have a sword in my hand. That parry, did that count as a fast attack from this round? Fast action from this round, or is that from my last round?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Is it a free action or a fast action from last round or this round? The parry.
It deducts from this round. So, yeah, you've got a slow action or another fast action that you can spend.
I'll just use the slow action to try and stab me some ogre.
It's a good idea. Go for it. Ooh. Ooh, good
That should
job.
tickle.
He's going to try and parry that himself. His club is not quite as good as your broadsword at doing that, but we'll see how he goes. But holy crap, he gets 4
Ooh.
successes.
That's
And
rude.
yeah, he blocks you.
That's impressive.
Very good roll from the ogre as it struggles against your blade work. Hosfae.
I can't actually see it, so I'm gonna take. Yep, step forward. I can see it now, and I'm going to shoot. Which is my.
And you will be suffering because of the darkness.
Okay.
So
Modifier of.
that would be a -2 because it's darkness.
Oh man, but I can see him.
Oh, but you still hit. As you graze him with an arrow, he takes a step back as the bodkin slides into his shoulder. Oh, you again! Oh, I knew it was trouble. You and your little wolfie are going to eat you. And I'll make you roll an ammunition roll, please.
Oh, yep. Main.
To see how many arrows you brought with you.
All of them. Oh,
All
where
of
is it
them.
again? Talent
Uh,
gear? Gear.
So gear, yep.
Yep, arrows.
Just click on arrows. You're fine. You are fine. No ammunition shortages here just yet. Darius, Hosfae has drawn first blood. What do you do?
First blood.
I'm gonna try and sneak away.
Very well. The cave winds forward into the darkness, and you don't see anything of note, except there is a side cave that seems to go off to the left somewhat. If you want to spend your whole turn moving, you can move up to 20 meters if you wish.
Okay.
Doing a bit of a run.
That's about
You turn the corner and you catch sight of the ogre's den. There's detritus, skeletons, rubbish everywhere. Interestingly enough, to your merchant's eyes, there seems to be a mirror sitting over in the corner, shattered, but looks pretty. But most concerningly, there is the corpse of the young boy, gutted, entrails everywhere, as the ogre has been having a good snack. Sadly.
unfortunate.
This isn't Disney.
No, it never is. Well, now I have to kill him. I think that's my full movement.
Very well. Grok.
At all the screaming, I turn around, see the ogre swinging, see Pozic swinging, and I just pick up my stick and run screaming at the ogre.
Very well.
I attempt to hit it.
Go for it.
How
You'll
do I
need
roll
to.
for the...
So under combat, if you click on
sorry, I see
the
it,
staff, yeah. You've just brought up the item. That's all. Yeah. There we go. Well, you swing. But unfortunately, you do not connect. Do you wish to push?
Yes.
Go for it. Oh,
No!
Oh no! You try to take a huge swing at this ogre, unleashing your rage, but the ogre basically just hands you out of the way. It's far more interested in Pozic at this point. You take 2 points of strength damage.
As I fall over, I tumble over my stick and just hurt myself and end up against the wall.
Very good. Well, probably not very good, sorry. No, it's not good for Grok. But the ogre bellows again and takes another swing at this irritating goblin fighter who's holding his ground. Why don't you go squish? Oof.
Oh, no successes.
No successes. I think he's going to push, though. And he strains himself. Perhaps Pozic gets a nick or a cut in there as he comes down. But Pozic, are you going to try and parry this?
Absolutely.
Oh, good job.
I laugh at your puny swings.
As you hold off the ogre's assault once again. Very good. Tyro continues to whimper at the mouth of the cave. Pozic, back to you, sir.
I do believe it is my turn to hit you.
Okay.
And stabby, stab, stab. Or slash, 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 more accurately.
That connects. The ogre will try to parry. See how it goes. Oh, no. You get under its guard and take a hefty chunk out of its flesh, and it's actually not looking too good now. Its big, ragged cut is gouged its way through its chest. It looks down and goes, my blood! No, you can't have my blood! I need that!
It's my blood now. Finders keepers.
My blood, my blood. He punched out all my blood.
Hosfae. You're going to go for the kill steal.
See, longbow shot -2. -2 roll.
That hasn't come through yet.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Internet's being funny. I'm trying to roll, but it's not
There we
letting me.
go. There we go. It rolled. Yeah. Bit of a lag spike. Glorious Australian internet, everybody.
Who thought it was a good idea?
under.
All of the Australians with the bad internet in the water.
I don't know. Blame Telstra or something. I don't know. But you land a perfect headshot. And as the ogre is desperately trying to put its blood back into its belly, your arrow strikes true, hitting it right in the eye. And with a final groan, it falls over. And I'll have Posit make a move check, please. To see if the poor goblin gets crushed.
That would be so incredibly ironic. I'm guessing the fact I have rope will be useless for this.
Yeah, you probably won't have it. You wouldn't have it out. But no, you definitely fall out of the way. Fall out of the way? Roll out of the way as the ogre comes crashing down. Dead. Congratulations.
Huzzah!
Your first kill.
I'm gonna chop his head off just to be sure.
As I'm dizzily laying next to the wall, I just pick up a small stone and lob it at the ogre.
Darius will just sneak into this room and take a look at some of these piles and pay respects to the unfortunate child.
I'll walk over, I give Grak a hand to stand up, and then I'll whistle for Cairo. Hopefully he'll come to me. And go into this room to see the unfortunate child and see if I can bring back any effects for said child.
Darius, you're having a look around. Make me a scouting roll, please.
Modifiers?
None at the moment. Fortunately, you can see in the dark, so you're fine.
Huzzah.
2 successes. All right. You, after paying your respects to the poor boy, you pick around the ogre's campsite, and there's not a great deal, unfortunately, of any value or use. There is a fur blanket that smells of, It smells of some really particularly horrid stuff, which you may still want. But of most interest to you is a silvered mirror, broken, smashed, but potentially still of value, as it seems to be of ancient elven make.
This looks interesting. I'll gently touch the silvered glass.
It is shiny and cold.
Ah, good. I didn't get sucked into a parallel dimension.
No, that comes later.
Oh, good.
No,
Oh,
but
not
it
today.
does.
Maybe tomorrow.
If you can haul it out of here, you think it could be worth quite a bit of silver.
How much does it weigh, if I had to guess?
4 points of encumbrance.
Ooh, that's quite encumbering. Don't suppose I thought to bring the donkey, did I?
I suspect not. I don't think you bring a donkey in, but you could carry it between you and someone else if you wanted to haul it back to the cabin.
Ah, perfect
If you
idea.
take my cauldron and my sling, I can take that.
Fair enough. I was
I am
going to
good
lay
at
the body of
carrying
a child on it.
Yeah, mirror is a stretcher. That works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We will gather up the child and place them on the mirror and give one cursory glance around. I know there was a side tunnel.
Mm-hmm. You can certainly go explore that if you wish.
Are there any mushrooms and stuff growing in the cave? The cave.
Make me a scouting check, Grok. A success. You do manage to find a handful of modest, simple brown mushrooms growing in a nook in the wall of the cave. So
Excellent.
I will give you 1 point of herbs, which is a bit of gear. I'll put that into your character sheet.
I'll turn to Hosfae and be like, if you want to scout the rest of the cave, we can take care of this.
Understood. But I thought caves were your forte.
Forte, yes, but the remains must be tended to first.
Scouting isn't my Cairo's. Cairo's really good at it. Has Cairo returned to me, or is he still?
Yes, he has. He's padding at your side.
Give him a pat on the head. Can I do a scouting with a modifier for using Cairo with his 5 scouting?
You can. That would give you a +1, which would bring you to a cumulative neg 1 for the darkness.
Ah.
So.
Nope.
Oh, it's just too dark in here as you stumble around.
Why on earth can I not see in the dark?
Do you have a torch or a lantern or anything? Because stealth is kind of irrelevant at this point.
Do you? Do any of you have any torches? I can't remember if you bought any.
I have a
at the
flint and
start.
steel.
If it's not listed, you don't have one, unfortunately.
I have rags. Oh, actually, I'm wearing those. Never mind. Is there anything flammable here? Or do I need a? Does anybody have a Oh wait, we've got a kitchen kit. Does that come with a flint and tinder?
I've got a flint and tinder, so we're good to go if you've got something that can burn.
There is a campfire.
Excuse me, it's a field kitchen. It's a little more than a kitchen. I don't know how to use it, but I have it.
I thought this might be helpful. Yeah, I'll set it on fire.
I will light the fire.
No, actually, probably somebody who can see should probably set it on fire.
Alright. Make me a survival check, please, Pozic, to see if you are able to light something up.
And I assume the flint and steel will apply to this roll.
Yes.
Don't use on your eyeballs.
One success. That is enough. As you light a good little fire.
Okay, may I redo the scouting check, please? With a positive one? Modifier?
Yes, you may.
Yay!
And I want to check out that black bit behind the spider web at the bottom there.
All right. Make me a scouting roll for you, sir.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is a very cool effect.
Andrew.
Okay,
Fancy.
I'm good. I'm just going
Hey,
to
the
stare
wonderful
at
devs. All
it for the
right.
rest of the evening.
Hosfae, with the added assistance of the light, you scout the perimeter of the cave as Pozic is poking his head down through a hole in the floor of the cave, and you come across in the side cave what appears to be a bronze sarcophagus, just hanging there, chilling. Meanwhile, Pozic, roll me a couple of d6s, please. One after the other is perfectly fine. There we go. Had a bit of a lag spike again. I'll take the first two rolls. You find, tucked away, seemingly knocked aside one day, a dented and bruised but shiny copper mug.
Nice.
Stepping up in the world.
Try will have a item for it, but it is of light size, so it's 0.5 encumbrance. So I'll just chuck that into your backpack.
I'm going to assume I was able to get the remains of this child in the mirror and drag them to the front.
Yes, sorry. You would be able to do that.
Yeah, top.
Don't touch the pot, Greg.
But yes, Hosfae, do you inform the others of your discovery?
I will actually go back and get. There's like the piece of wood that's on the ground. I'm assuming it's like wood over here. I'm gonna grab like a torch kind of thing. And I will tell the party. I'd be like, I found a sarcophagus over here. Looks interesting. And I will take a torch back.
Dibs.
I think I got my cape out of one of those.
A tapestry.
My cape. It's clearly a cape. I found it. It's mine.
Nobody's going to try and take your cape.
Nobody wants your cape.
The bodily fluids on it have definitely marked it as yours.
And the smell.
Upon closer inspection in the firelight, it is made of solid bronze. It does look, however, that it has been opened. It's slightly ajar, and there's no sign of any body inside. It appears to be of elven manufacture. Once again, very old.
Is there any inscription I might try to read?
No, strangely enough, the sarcophagus is crafted in the form of a lithe elven female resting with her arms across her chest in a serene pose. But there's no inscription, it's just a mysterious memory of a long dead knife ears.
I look at the walls of the cave and touch them to see whether they actually used to look like something different or whether it's a natural formation.
Make me a scouting roll, please, Grok. But what I can say to you, Darius, is this sarcophagus, similar to the mirror, you reckon it would fetch a good price from our market if you can get it out of here. It does look movable.
No.
You don't even know
It
what
will
I'm
need
gonna
some
do.
longer
It's
donkey
fine.
for that.
Mark it on a map. We can come back to it later if you so desire, but we're not taking it with us, unless you're going to put the boy in it.
That's a lot of
The
metal.
boy and the mirror in the sarcophagus, carry them all back on the donkey, sorted.
And
This is solid logic.
Grok, you examine the walls in the torchlight, and you suspect, you can't be sure because of the weathering of the stone, but you suspect that this place may once have been some sort of elven tomb, perhaps, or a crypt, but it's thousands upon thousands of years old, and time has taken its toll.
This place isn't natural. It's like the cave where I found my cape. It wasn't a cave, but it was also a cave, but it was like a man-made cave or elf cave.
You're probably right. Very old, though.
Hmm. Well, I detect money, but also we should get this poor boy in the ground.
We are
Agreed.
in the ground.
Let's
Not-
get
not
him back
this
to his
ground.
family so they can put him in their ground.
Precisely.
You can't own ground.
No, but you can be a part of it.
Oh, we're all a part of it.
I'm
Whether
sure
we
he
want
will
to be or
grow some
not.
strange mushrooms.
And we want it to be convenient ground so that the parents can visit.
I'm imagining that we're discussing this as we're dragging the body away.
Exactly.
So how heavy is the sarcophagus? Are we actually able to move it at this point, or is this a come back with donkey?
It's actually the same weight thereabouts as the mirror.
I'm
So
sorry, what?
Between two of you, you'd be able to haul it. It is thin bronze. It's not a
Okay.
massive stone edifice as you might imagine. It's that, elven manufacture. It's delicate. It's light.
Let's take it all.
Yep. 2 with the mirror, 2 with the sarcophagus. Chop chop, let's go.
Darius's removal service.
You got it, we want it.
Did I bring my horse?
Again, I'm assuming you probably didn't want to bring your donkey and horse, your
Yep,
pack
okay.
animals to a combat.
Yep, fair enough.
Probably not a good idea if they bolted.
You know, this is going to make us a target as we're walking back. Why are we looting everything? Where are we going to sell this?
Questions for later. Less
Yeah.
talking, more hauling.
It's clear you are not a goblin because you do not understand the appeal of shiny.
It is very pretty metal.
Shine it up real nice. Tell them it was like an ancient queen. I can picture the story now. Ancient
Can we go
queen.
back to
fell
Coma
fell
now,
for-
please?
It's all about the spin. You gotta put a spin on it.
And seeing as how I claimed the ogre's blood, maybe I should claim his skin as well. He might make good boots.
What?
You would possibly, but unfortunately, you don't have the talent for that.
I'm working on it. Yes, please.
Very well. Very
I'll bring
well.
the ogre head along as well, just so that I can give it to Mum and. Is it Mum and Aunt, the
Mum and
parent
Mum.
figures?
Mum and Grandma.
Mum and Grandma.
Well, I'll bring ogre head back so Mum and Grandma know that their child has been avenged.
I do feel bad that I didn't. But what could I have done? I couldn't have taken that on by myself.
You killed it.
Hosfae does have a little bit of a sads at the moment. A little bit
Yes,
racked
we've
with guilt.
just to be annoying. We forgot to do your ammunition roll for that last killing shot. Could you roll your ammo, please?
No problem. Arrows.
Oh, you're
Fine.
Very well. You make your way trudging back through what is now a dark nighttime forest, and you can hear the animals and wildlife off in the distance howling, and sounds of birds and other things. Finally, you make your way back to the cabin where you see there's a light on inside, where the two poor women are eagerly waiting for some word of their missing boy. How do you approach the cabin?
Over to you, Darius.
No, you're the talkie.
Ah, yes. Here's a bus. Under you go. Somberly approaching, remove my hat, and just, my dear, dear little fellows, I am so, so sorry.
The two ladies look past you and see the body, and they are beside themselves and start wailing. Whatever you try to say to them, they're lost in their grief.
I'll gently place down the body and then go and attach our mirror and sarcophagus to the donkey, and suppose we'll incline our heads and be on our way.
Are there any other candles just hanging up outside?
We did set up camp before we went off to do the thing, and given it is nightfall, I think. Do we want to use the existing camp, or do we want to run away before these people decide to get upset with us?
Well, the first stage of grief is anger, so
Night march it is.
All right, well, you break camp. All of you have rested, have you not?
Can't remember.
Or actually, Hosfae might not have.
No, I don't think I did.
I don't think you got a
Alright.
chance, no.
All right. Well, after this night march, you will be fatigued. But who is doing what? Who will be leading the way into the night?
Mr. Grack, I believe that's your specialty? Question mark?
It is. Did we see any candles as we left that were easy to grab?
Make me a sleight of hand check, please.
I'm not going to push that.
You're not going to push that? Oh, all right. You, well, there's a few candles sitting out on some crude wooden shelving out on like a veranda area in front front of the cabin, and you start to try and maybe bundle a few into your bag, but one of the women sees you through the window. Goes, no, please don't take those! And she comes wailing out. What are you doing? The arrow candles.
Crack. Leave them be.
Just
Bad
leaving.
crack.
Leaving.
Just go. We've lost everything.
It'll be found again. It will.
I grab Grack by the nape of the neck, please.
Yes, again.
This
so
is becoming a
sorry.
common thing. I think I need to put a handle on him.
One of those baby bouncers.
I've never met so many people before.
Are we going to retrace our footsteps and go back to town to sell our loot, or where do we want to go on our night march?
We were following the river south last time.
Now we have a
been
donkey full of loot.
Yes.
We have a container for more loot, though. It's a whole sarcophagus.
We did clean
Oh.
the corpse out of it first, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't
Leave
think
the
we did.
corpse and the ogre head with the parent and grandparent. If nothing else, they have no resale value. Well, maybe the ogre head does, I'm not sure.
So, as far as the geography is concerned, you know that you're coming to the edge of the forest to the south. There are tall mountains that are looming up towards the south. The forest deepens into the east. There is, of course, the river to the west and the north, which you can see on your map, and the forest continues a little bit of the way to the west as well, but not as thickly as it is to the east. So, which direction would you like to move in?
While we're thinking about that, did you just want to give another quick overview for the new people who've joined Sterling? Of what the Forbidden Lands is?
Yes, indeed. Sorry, yes. So, we have literally just begun this campaign. This is our second session. We did the first session offline, or not streamed. But the party is a group of adventurers, ne'er-do-wells, rebels looking for a cause, shall we say, as they explore through this wilderness known as the Forbidden Lands, which has been for a long time a place of conflict and strife between various factions and races. But in more recent times, in the past 200 years, the Forbidden Lands have been coated with a blanket of death known as the Blood Mist, which seems to have this strange magical way of killing individuals who dare to strike forth more than a day and a half's journey from their homes. Now, the Blood Mist has covered the landscape for 2 centuries until the last few years, when it mysteriously lifted, and all of a sudden now you have merchants, explorers, adventurers, bandits, monsters, and worse going forth throughout the land, re-exploring places that have not been seen for 2 centuries, exploring ruins, caves, ancient cities. It is a sandbox campaign. The party can do what they will. There is no overarching here, take quest, go here sort of format as you might find in other styles of traditional styles of role playing. The party can do what they will. but it has an emphasis on survival, on a certain grittiness, as you may have just seen with the combat. It is quite lethal. You can't just keep tanking hits. A single blow could knock you out cold, and that's it. And it has a fairly, also as you might have noticed, it has a fairly dark atmosphere. It doesn't hold your hand, and there's certainly a lot of unpleasantness out there in the darkness of the Forbidden Lands. But if you're enjoying listening, please feel free to continue to do so as the party makes its way off into the night, fleeing these poor women who've lost their dear son.
Yep. Hosfae redeeming the water break, making yourself drink.
Yep. It's unusual.
Yeah.
I was just warning people that we might have to have a water bottle next to them, and nobody's redeemed any breaks.
No
Come
break for
flooding
you.
in. So,
The
we have Grok,
dinosaurs.
who will be leading the way. Hosfae, you are keeping watch, or
Uh,
would someone else like to keep watch as you hike?
no.
Bearing in mind that Hosfae cannot see in the dark.
I'm moderately terrible at it, but I can try.
Can we both do it?
There is a rules compendium if you want to consult that.
Consult the Book of
Top
Armaments.
right.
Do we want to go to the left or to the right? We only really got 2 hexes.
Shall we ask the chat? That'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah!
Chat, where shall we adventure
And stretch.
next? Oh, and a posture check. Yep, still hunched over.
Sit up straight.
Correct level of sprawl.
And a stretch.
Good stretch.
We'll do another fuse.
Ooh, big stretch.
My personal vote would be head northwest over the river, because that's both unexplored territory and getting us back towards civilization where we can sell our loot. But I'm easily convinced.
I was thinking that myself, so my vote's here. Put your cursor where you wish to go, and we shall vote with our fingers. Rave
Very
party!
well.
Rave!
Huzzah.
There is one slight issue with your.
We don't have a fjord,
You don't
do
have
we?
a ford to cross the river, unfortunately. You'll have to circle back to your earlier path.
What about the southwest? Anything there or no?
The river flows down from hill country that is slowly going up into a ridge of mountains, which you can certainly try to go across, see what's up there.
Because this section's more foresty, isn't it?
To the east, yes. Yeah, the forest deepens to the east.
We came from the east. That's where the Fangwoods are. That's where home was.
Good go.
Can we not explore and backtrack and go through here?
Yeah, we can retrace our footsteps, which is probably not a bad idea in terms of not getting lost and not encountering things that will eat our face.
Well, I don't know if that
No
wedding
guarantees
party-
of that.
No, we should definitely go back to the wedding. The wedding was fun. I've never seen so many people.
The wedding was not fun. They were all drunk.
There were drinks and food. They were all so happy.
We have food at home.
We have a vegetable. This vegetable.
Yeah.
Don't talk about yourself that way.
I just brandish one of those sweet potatoes or something I found in the forest the other day.
Well, let's head
All right.
northeast.
Northeast it is. Very well. Can I get a scout? Sorry, so Hosfae was keeping watch still?
Yeah, probably gonna suck at it, but
I'll keep watch as well. 2 sets of eyes and all that jazz.
All right.
Pozic, will you
You
be
can-
foraging again?
You won't be able to while you're on the move.
Ah, of course.
You have to stay in a particular hex to
To
we could
forage.
drag him
forage.
as we go, and he can just be like a tractor, like
Like a plow.
yeah. So you're doing backwards, and he's just pulling up things as we go.
Right. So the watch keeping is going well for Pozic. I will have a scouting check from Hosfae, please, separate to your
Okay.
keeping
Can
watch,
I
and I'll have
get-
a survival check from Grok, please.
Can I have a positive one for Cairo?
Not for this. Sorry.
No.
This is a.
Oh, 1 success.
That's all right. You don't fall over in the darkness. That's fantastic. Grok, you successfully lead the party, goblins as most of you are, through the night as you enter, as you track back towards where the strange orcish wedding was. And
I've always liked the night.
let us see
Mushrooms glow in the dark.
what, if any, anything you discover.
Chippy makes an appearance in this game. Will it be a fat pygmy who makes strange Oh my god.
That would be grand.
It would be grand.
Do not wrestle the pygmy, or you will end up in a pie.
Interesting. Very interesting. You make your way through the forest, and you actually catch sight of a light in the distance, through the trees and through the darkness. It looks like a torchlight or a firelight. Do you wish to deviate to go have a look, or keep on
I see a
going?
light.
Hmm.
There's
The
something
light is
glowing in the
shelter.
forest.
It doesn't seem to be moving. It's just there's something out there burning.
Sorry, it does or it doesn't appear to be moving?
It doesn't appear to be moving. It's just
Towards the light, I guess. Objections?
We may end up regretting this, but sure, why not?
We're gonna regret this.
I just cut off through the scrub, heading directly for the light, no longer really following the path.
It better not be Zorg.
But all is Zorg.
All will become Zorg.
You make your way further through the bush, and finally the foliage clears away, and you find yourself in this grove, standing in which is this tall wooden statue of what looks to be a feminine figure, crudely cut, with her arms outstretched as if in welcome or in celebration. But the light is in fact coming from inside a small cabin similar to the one that you've just fled away from. You notice, though, that there's no other sign of life, and there's a door. The front door is just swinging slightly off its hinges. Slightly off its hinges? Yeah, it's.
No. No. I veto this. No.
Yes. Yes, inside. Warm.
No!
Look at this
House-
goddess.
Look, I set up bloody
Hello?
tents for you every night, and you never do anything but bitch about it. And now there's an option for not a tent, and you bitch about that too.
What could possibly go wrong? Hello? Anyone? Hello?
Silence is the stern reply.
It'd
I
be
don't
rude.
like this. Why on earth would there be just a cabin in the middle of the woods welcoming this? I don't like what this is.
There have been stranger happenings, but perhaps they're just out. I'm sure they won't mind a few visitors coming and saying hello, especially
I
when
woke
we can
up.
offer some shinies.
We don't
Yeah,
offer
offer
shinies. We take shinies.
We take shinies so we can offer other people shinies in exchange for shinier things.
Mutters.
What is the source of the light? Is it a campfire or a eldritch
Uh,
something?
Not quite. No, it's a fire inside. Like, sorry, a. My brain has decided to just delete the word I'm looking for now.
Hearthfire?
Hearth
Stove?
fire. Yes, hearth fire. Yeah, yeah. Someone has set it. It's like someone has just left it, but it's roaring quite happily. It looks very welcoming.
Now, if I was playing Pathfinder or D&D, I would say detect magic, but I don't have that ability.
I believe Grack does.
Garak would, yes, as a
I
basic.
just walk up to the statue and lay my hands on its feet, or where its feet would be carved.
Mm-hmm.
I just smile and say hello. It's really nice to meet you.
The statue.
I've been here a long time.
The statue is silent.
I want to lodge a visceral doubt on this going inside. If something bad happens, it's not my fault. Just wanted noted.
It is noted.
Are we staying
You
here?
have, I told you so, privileges.
Thank you. That's all I ask. I don't know if we're staying here because you seem to be of the. I thought that there seemed to be the opinion that we were staying here. I do need sleep, but I don't want to sleep here.
We'll walk into the front door, knocking politely as I do.
Very well. The door creaks as you open it, and you step inside this modest dwelling, basically a single room. And the fire is roaring over on one side. There's a table laid, as if people were about to sit down to eat. But you are immediately drawn to a splash of dried blood on the wall.
Investigation time. Signs of a struggle.
You won't even need to roll for this. One of the chairs at the table has been clearly knocked over on its side.
So somebody was about to sit down for dinner, and then somebody else came and ruined dinner.
Can I look for tracks?
Can I sniff, please?
Scouting check, please. And sniff probably wouldn't work in this situation, I'm afraid.
Modifier?
You need something to sniff. Neg 1. All right, Darius, you search the house and step outside again into the into the grove, and you do actually spot several humanoid footprints and possibly what looks to be like a dragging, the sign of dragging off into the forest.
Well, someone was about to have dinner. Someone came in, interrupted dinner, and then dragged them this way. I point in the direction that they were headed.
Eastwards.
Eastwards. Well, gentlemen and gentle wolfkin, it would seem we have a conundrum. Do we follow now, or should we just have a nap?
Well, it's pretty clear they're not coming back for dinner, so that's mine.
It's all of ours.
I am very sore. That wall was very hard.
I'm very tired.
On the plus side, safe to say no one's coming back here
That we know of.
for a bit.
This statue seems friendly. The arms are out.
Can I do a law check on that statue?
You may.
There's a success.
You recognize the figure that has been carved into this wood, and it is of the human goddess Heme, the goddess of fertility and growth, and of course the forest and nature. Wife to the god Rust, which, who, as you might surmise from the name, is the human god of progress, industry, and technology, taming the wilderness. It's an interesting relationship.
Okay. Maybe I was a bit presumptuous.
Makes me think that whoever was here was religious, because you wouldn't live in a place with a shrine or statue like this if you didn't care for that sort of thing.
You can probably surmise they were human as well.
Quite possibly.
If only we had some candles to say thank you to her.
I'm gonna roll out my bedroll and just go to sleep on the floor.
So you sleeping outside or in the cabin?
Begrudgingly in the cabin.
Okay.
Is the door hanging loose on its hinges because it's been knocked free, or is it just a badly made door?
A bit of both. It wasn't terribly well made in the first place, but it looks like it's been forced. And yes, there is enough food to cover your eating requirements for this day.
Excellent, because my rations are running a little low.
But water is something you will need to expend, please, everyone. So for chat's benefit, each and every day, as in reality, the party needs to eat and drink. And if they run out of either, then bad things start to happen. So now we're seeing if they've gone through their water stocks. And no, everyone's fine except Pozic. Pozic loses reduces the dice type.
Yeah, so I've gone from rolling a d8, rolling a d10 to rolling a d8. Lovely.
Correct.
Killing ogres is thirsty work.
Cheers.
Indeed. But yes, so the night passes, and we approach, or we come to morning. Hosfae is going to be resting for the morning, I take it?
Yeah.
All right. What is everybody else doing for the morning?
I don't think I rested either, so I'll do the same. But I think the other two both were resting while I was setting up the first camp.
I also think that I'm still sick? Question mark.
No, you
Oh
would
yes,
ladies.
I should look that up for you actually.
I'll just sit at the base of the statue, wrapping my filthy tapestry around myself while just chewing quietly on one of the sweet potatoes I found.
All right. Just let me look up what will be happening here. All right. I realized that you recovered from, or you recovered some strength points before Xinthar. Because you're unwell, that wouldn't have happened. Yes. So I will need
Let me
you
just put them
to.
straight
So you're
back.
still on one. You're still on one. The rest doesn't help you. I will need you to make an endurance check for me, please.
Endurance away. Modifies.
No, not at this point. And your agility drops as well.
Ooh, that's not
So
good.
your agility is on 2 as
Yep.
well as that. Oh, oh dear. Do you want to push it? Though it's probably not going to
Yes.
benefit you.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah, that's typical. All right.
No help. All right.
Never get any of the good rolls.
Yes, so poor Darius, everybody, is not getting any better. He is, in fact, getting much worse come the morning. And Darius, I'll DM you this so you can do with it what you wish. Yeah, but everybody else, Darius he's let's say he's no longer mobile. He is really not doing so well. He has a high fever, groaning, and when you try and prod him and try to get him up in the morning or to do something, he doesn't want to do it.
This is what you get for poking corpses.
Yeah. Only poke corpses if you kill them yourself.
Actually, that works really well. Grack, I think you need to come and have a look at Darius. He's not doing so well. What do you need? We'll go find it.
It didn't work last time.
If in
It
doubt,
didn't get
try
any
harder.
better.
Did you not have ingredients? Could we
Maybe.
perhaps find some?
You can supercharge your magic stuff by doing some weird things.
I need healing herbs. I can maybe break his fever. I've only got mushrooms and normal herbs.
You can certainly try magical or mundane healing, Grok. But yeah, you are probably the only one who's going to be able to do anything at this point.
Can I use the mushrooms I found earlier as herbs?
Yes, I did give you. I did count them as herbs, so you can treat them as that. Yes.
I found mushrooms in the cave of the ogre. They've helped me before. I could try this.
Well,
And I'd like to try and cast Nature's Cure on Darius. Just blanked on the name for a moment.
for the audience's benefits, I'm not just picking on Darius here. He actually encountered a mysterious dead body in the woods, and ever since he's gotten a little bit more unwell. And unfortunately, the disease is taking its course now.
The demons. Oh, there's so many demons.
Maybe the fox can help.
Forgot about the fox.
You have not
Is he
seen
still
the
in?
fox. No, he has disappeared,
Good.
strangely enough.
It's cute, but he's freaking me out. Are we staying still for this? I think we should stay still for this.
You
and-
have to at this point.
Yep.
Darius can't move.
Well, I can put him on the horse,
So
but
basically, you and Pozic are resting, so you can't really do anything unless you want to be tired and suffer the effects of tiredness. Grok can do something this quarter during the morning. And yeah, up to you guys. And
Grinding up.
for the again, for the audience's benefits, each day the game divides the day up into 4 quarters, 4-hour shifts, and then the party gets to choose what they want to do during each shift. So over to you guys.
Using the mushrooms I've found, I gently grind them up in my hands and eat them all, and lick my fingers afterwards, and lay them gently on either side of Darius's face. And I cast Nature's Cure.
Go for it.
Are you going to overcharge it or just go normal?
I'm going to overcharge it.
Super Saiyan.
All right.
I spend willpower to do that, don't I?
Yeah, 1 willpower for the base and then an extra 1 for every additional. And you get a +1 for the herbs. So, yeah, level 2 to start with. And if you want to spend willpower, it can be a 3 or I think higher than that, but I'm not sure.
All right. In which case, you roll a number of d6s equal to the amount of willpower you are burning.
2.
Oh, good job. Nicely done. As you feel your magic begin to take effect, and unlike before, this time with the additional boost of arcane power you pour into it, your magic seems to be fighting the disease off, and to your delight, Darius's fever begins to break.
As I lay my hands on his head, I gasp suddenly and my eyes fly open, and they look like the gills of mushrooms rather than eyes anymore. Just tiny little rows and rows. As it kind of looks like for a second that my fingers dig into his skin or disappear into it, and then an instant later they come back out again.
That's not creepy at all.
Yeah, gonna try not to get hurt.
I might do a foraging run so it can feed us for the day while that's happening.
No, you have to rest while this is happening. This is all happening in the morning shift.
Oh, in the morning. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, you can go out foraging, but you'd be tired and you'd suffer.
No.
Negatives for that. All right. Grok's magic is successful and has probably just saved Darius's life. As Darius, you begin to feel better. The strange visions you've been seeing dissipate. You are back on 1 point of strength and 1 point of agility. You will probably need to rest some more to recover your strength, but you're back.
Well, I vote you stay in bed, seeing as we have this wonderful, convenient abandoned bed for you to sleep in. And we go scavenging in the pantry and in the general vicinity for things so we don't starve to death in the meantime.
Might be a good
As you're
idea.
laying on the bed, I just lean my face over, maybe a few centimeters from yours, and just stare you dead in the eyes and just be like, I see them too.
Oh, that's not comforting at all. But thank you. Just let me know if they get angry or stabby again.
I just hold your face for a few moments, then wander outside.
That's a healer.
Remains blissfully unaware of everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So very lucky.
Can I attempt to find some mud so I can use healing hands on myself?
If you'd like to heal, you can just rest and you'll be able to recover.
I go and dig a little hole just at the base of where the statue is, and promptly somehow turn it into mud. And just kind of settle down into it with my cloak covering me so it looks more like just a muddy pile in the ground.
Very good. Hosfae and Pozic.
This is a second shift.
So the morning has passed. We're now into the afternoon.
Well, I think we're going to be spending the whole day here, so
Yeah, I might as well go
Food.
forward.
do you want to forage and I'll watch for things or vice versa, or should we just forage and see how we go?
Foraging is survival, isn't it? Which
Mhm.
I've got scouting 0, survival 1. I can stand watch with Cairo if
My survival is 5.
yeah, you go look.
Yeah, I'll go look for stuff. You try and make sure I don't get eaten.
Yep. No promises.
All right. Pozic goes a foraging, which will be a straight survival check, please. Or we can push the button that says forage.
My sheet stopped responding. That's lovely.
Give it a second.
Yeah. Glorious Australian internet.
Huzzah.
A success from Pozic. Excellent. Hosfae, how are you at keeping watch?
Scouting?
Yes, please.
Can I do one with a +1, or can Cairo do a separate roll?
You can go +1. No, Kyra doesn't get a separate roll.
But he's so cool. No.
Oh dear. He is so cool indeed. And he wanders off, which distracts you, unfortunately. And you're unable to pay attention unless you want to push.
Oh yeah, I'll push. I haven't got very many. I'll push.
All right.
Damn it.
Well,
Oh.
well, Kyra leads you on a bit of a wild goose chase in the vicinity of the cabin. Fortunately, though, you are still able to keep an eye on things as you chase after him and recover him. But what do you encounter? Let's find out.
Ta-da, the fox is back.
It comes back when naming it. Wait, we did name it, didn't we?
Grok.
Grok. Grok and Grak, that's right.
Fortunately for you, the afternoon is uneventful. I think we're still getting a lag spike, unfortunately.
Can I push that survival roll? See if I can get more food out of it?
Yeah, you can. You can indeed.
Ooh.
Or not. The case may be.
Wow.
Yes, so you get 1 food.
Hooray.
Not much. You find some shrubs, edible herbs. Not a great deal. But you do have some vegetables now that you would be able to cook if someone knew how to cook.
Working on it.
Are we to encumbrance?
Sorry, say again.
How close are we to our encumbrance?
If you look at your gear tabs, ladies and gentlemen, at the top beneath your coinage, it will give you a current weight. Your total encumbrance.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. No, I'm pretty close.
Your
Yeah,
maximum encumbrance is twice your strength.
And was all of the loot just that is donkey full, or
That is donkey and horse carried. So between those two, you are able to keep things going. But yes, so Pozic, you have enough vegetables to feed yourself for today without having to roll for the loss of food from your foraging. All right. Well, it's nice to have an uneventful afternoon once in a while. Darius and Grok rest, so they get their stats back. You're now both on full strength and agility.
I feel like 1,000 silver.
Whatever Grok did, he's made you feel so much better. So
Lovely. So, I suppose we should see about following this trail or leaving. One or the other.
I'm curious, but I feel like it's probably way too late for this to actually have any impact.
I assume whatever took them ate them by now. As is the way of the world.
We could possibly stock up for tomorrow.
Is there any food left in the house? Or we tapped out?
no, you ate it all.
Shame. We were hungry. It was free. It's like a buffet. You don't say no. You don't stop
You don't
either.
say no. You get food where you can. Yes, absolutely.
I'll put my little flat cap back on my head and be like, well, away. Where shall we head this time?
I'm thinking if we follow the river north on the other side of the river, we'll get back to town and we'll find more interesting stuff.
Oh, yes, we wanted to go back after 30 days, didn't we? How long has it been?
5-ish?
Yeah,
Oh,
thereabouts.
got plenty of time. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. To here.
To the north. Very well.
Onward.
You follow the river northwards. Again, standard setup for keeping watch and leading the way, I assume.
Yep.
Yep.
If it's
All right.
working.
I'll have a survival check from Grok and a scout check from Hosfae, please.
Scout.
Ooh, okay. Well, once again, your druid leads you true as you follow the river. Hosfae keeps a ready eye out as You make your way through the boughs of this seemingly never-ending forest. Let's find out what, if anything, you encounter as you go along. Oh, you're lucky again. It is peaceful in this part of the forest. You have a lonely time wandering along the riverbank, enjoying the sunshine, being able to make good headway. This is terribly boring.
As I'm
Sometimes
leading the
it gets lost.
party, I just touch and stroke all the leaves and trees and plants as I wander along, seemingly random directions, but always with purpose. Just quietly humming to myself.
'Tis a strange fellow, but has never steered us wrong yet.
It's the yet part of that that concerns.
Yes, well, no one's perfect.
True, true. None of you are wearing good boots.
Those cost extra.
All right, well, as you make your way, actually, you would be going 2 hexes. No, 1 hex, because it is forest. My bad. Evening begins to draw in again. Darkness begins to fall. Do you wish to make camp here, or keep pressing onwards?
I'm useless in the dark.
Let's set up camp here. Do you want to do the usual Darius rests while I set up camp and foraging happens? Or...
Yep, I'll keep watch. And did we want to come to a close soon? We've been going for 2 hours, or are we all good to keep going?
I'm happy to go for as long as you guys are.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Be good to go going.
How about 10 o'clock, or half an hour?
Okay.
Easy.
We'll see what happens now.
Yes.
that might determine things.
Hopefully no more rude orcs show up.
All right, so Pozic is making camp. Darius is resting. All right. Hosfae's keeping watch.
So scouting for me? I'm not very
What's
good at this.
What is Grok doing?
Fudge.
Oh, no.
What was Grok doing? Sorry.
Crocus is chilling out under a bush.
Resting. Very well. All right. Oh dear, Hosfae, you gonna try and push that? Oh, Pozic's not having a good time either. Okay. All right. Well, Pozic, you had a really rough time actually making camp. Unfortunately, you managed to find some quicksand where you thought a good spot would be, and you barely managed to save your tent and some of your equipment from going into the ground. It yes, pried your wits a little bit, but in the end, you were able to find a better camping spot and set up there. Hosfae, are you pushing or?
Yeah, why not?
And also a reminder to add to your willpower for each push you make.
It does it automatically.
Excellent, fantastic. The modern wonders of modern technology, everyone. Hosfae pushes, pushing herself, keeping herself awake, as she keeps a wary eye over the surroundings. What do you encounter? Okay. Interesting. Oh, Hosfae, you may appreciate this.
Am I actually going to appreciate this, or are you being facetious?
As you are doing a patrol around the perimeter of the campsite, you actually hear something that you weren't really expecting. The neighing of a horse off in the near distance.
I look at Pebbles. Pebbles
Oh.
there?
Pebbles, your horse is tied up at camp.
Okay. I will let the others know. Like, there's horses that way. Can I, like, strain to hear if I can hear any voices, or is there more than one horse? Is it a...
You stand and listen for a little while, and you can still hear it, but it just seems to be the one animal, you think. It does sound, though, like it is getting closer, making its way through the trees towards you.
Keep an eye on it. Or an ear.
All right. You keep an eye out, and after a few more minutes, padding out from between the trees comes a proud stallion with saddlebags attached and a saddle blanket. Its owner is nowhere to be seen. The horse seems to be twisting its head around, clearly frustrated.
Click my tongue at it and do as you would do with horses and attempt to approach it.
Make me an animal handling check, please.
I can do that.
Free horse.
I'm pushing. Yes!
It takes some coaxing, but the stallion, eventually allows you to approach it. And looking through its saddlebags, you find that it seems to have lost a lot of items. But there is a particular... Oh, sorry. I misread. My apologies. Roll me 2d6, please. One after the other.
D6. D6.
33. Very well. What do you discover?
The horse appears to be encrusted in diamonds.
No, not diamonds, but in amongst the saddlebags you find a small pouch containing several pearls. You also discover a rose-colored metal sigil, some kind of emblem or heraldic symbol that you don't immediately recognize.
Can I do a lore check on it?
You may.
Gonna fail. Yeah, I'm not gonna push that.
All right. No, you've no idea. You don't recognize it.
Well, I pat the stallion on the... Does it seem to have calmed down after it found us, or is it still...
the good news is that it's calmed down and seems willing to follow you.
But is it white?
Yes.
Its name is now Maximus. Come on, Maximus. I go back to the party and be like, I just found a random horse, which is kind of handy. But, yeah, I don't know who it belongs to. Seems friendly. called it Maximus.
It's so white.
It is gorgeous.
Anything else on it?
I found the sigil and some pearls. I know you're going to be interested in the pearls.
Yoink. Snatches them and starts counting them.
I just quietly walk up to the horse and start stroking it.
You probably come up to its knee.
Stroke its leg.
Pat, pat, good horse. Hans. It's not the gun horse, is it?
It's a goop
No, it is not,
Hans.
sadly.
That's to be expected, I suppose. Can I inspect the sigil?
Sure, make me a law check, please.
Modifier?
No modifier. It's all good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do I at
You
least
can
know
push
if
it.
it's... I'm not going to push it out. I'll just see if
It's. I will say that it looks of human manufacture.
Does it look expensive?
Yes. You're not sure whether you'd be able to sell something like this because they tend to be very official. You tend to get into a lot of trouble potentially because there seems to be an official seal of some. Actually, yeah, I'll let you. You're not sure to whom it belongs, but you do recognize it as a human sigil or seal of a noble house.
Noble seals.
You
You can
have
do all
seen
sorts with that.
it. You also believe the pearls are worth a bit of coinage as well.
Very good. The most profitable encounter. We will keep the horse, of course, as payment for securing these artifacts.
I'm not going to argue. But be prepared to argue in case we ever meet this nobleman.
He wants to be with us. Why else would he be here?
Yeah, well, he will pay to get them back, I'm sure. Nobles are all rich.
I'm going to scruff the mane of the stallion, tie him up next to Pebble, and go back to my watch.
Very well.
Free horse.
Oh no. We
Yes.
apparently need
Interesting
exploding
that
horses.
what you've been able to uncover in this sort of meandering journey through the woods. But we will see what the next day brings, shall we? I think we can probably push for another day in game, probably. Unless, again, if we have an encounter, then we will begin and leave it there for next time. But let's see what happens come morning. So night passes. You're able to rest up and stay safe. I presume you are going to be continuing to the northwest along the river.
Yep.
Yep.
You
Oh,
do
and,
the food and bloody
food, yes. Please roll your food and drink, everyone. Oh, no. Oh, Pozic, heavy drinker.
Oh yeah.
Did mine come through?
Did.
Oh, I've done food, but now I need to do water.
Hosfae, you are now out of food.
Damn it.
So you're fine at the moment, but if you go another day without food, you will become hungry. And that will affect you.
No, I'm not going to eat the horse. No.
Delicious haunts.
Delicious
Nobody knows
haunts.
how to
You could eat the horses.
horse.
But yes, all right. So we are heading to the northwest along the river.
I believe that's the plan.
Onwards.
Very well. Grak and Hosfae, please lead the way and scout the path.
Scout. One modifier? When?
Yes, you can get your
Yay!
modifier.
Yes.
And a survival check from Grok, please. Very good. Very good. So you journey forth, following the river, keeping the woods to your right. Let us see what you encounter this time as the morning breaks.
I jump along the stones next to the river, just like, kind of dancing almost, but yelling back, "Did you know the stones used to be alive? And they went to sleep. But they'll wake up again."
Hopefully not for many years. Moving stones.
Oh no, that's not for them to decide.
Uh-oh.
Sterling and I have got a storm coming through, so if we suddenly
Do that.
did that not come through?
Sure did.
Cool.
Interesting. Hosfae. Once again, you hear strange sounds in the forest, but far more dramatic as you hear the sound of steel upon steel, a sound of battle and yelling, bellowing, and battle songs and cries further north on your path up ahead. How do you wish to approach?
I let the party know about that, obviously. I'm not too keen to get involved in a battle unless we know what's actually going on. Can I attempt to scout, figure out what's going on, who the parties are that are involved? It's preferably stealthily.
And because it may be relevant shortly, I have given that sling to you, haven't I, Xinthar?
Yeah. What was that? I'll just add it later.
My goodness. I might have to go for that name. Noble Steed Witch.
Witches. The tastiest kind of transportation.
Oh.
What's your next move, lady and gentlemen?
Sorry, I think did I not come through? I'd like to scout scout ahead and do it stealthily, please.
Very well. Make me a
Stealth and
stealth
scout.
roll, please.
2 fails, 1 success.
You don't count the fails unless you push the roll. So you head on ahead, keeping some distance between yourself and the rest of the party. And as you come to a bend in the river, you catch sight of this small campsite, very similar to your own, set up along the river bank, and you spot 2 figures dueling violently amidst the campsite itself, knocking over bits and pieces as they go. It's an elf fighting an orc. Elf female fighting an orc male, and they are going at it hammer and tongs, bellowing at each other as they go, singing songs and a mixture of elven prose and poetry and guttural tribal chants from the orc. And they both seem to be evenly matched as they tear their way through this campsite, paying no attention to you as you watch on from the edge of the woods.
So, does it look like it's their campsite?
You can't be sure.
I have a feeling they know each other.
Well, as the duel continues, they don't seem to be actually landing blows on each other.
New friends?
Might be new friends. What time of day is it? Sorry.
It's morning now, so
Okay. I'm going to wave the party forward, and then I'm gonna just walk up and be like, greetings! How are you? It's like a
suddenly
fine...
they stop, and the two of them turn to you, and they raise their weapons in a defensive posture. And then after a few moments, the elf speaks up. Greetings, stranger. Who are you, and what do you want?
My name is Hosfae. I have some companions behind me here, some goblin companions, and what we want is we are simply exploring. And I just noticed your combat, watched you for a while, and noticed that it wasn't a mortal combat, it seemed to be dueling, and I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly curious.
Hello, new friends. Do you like mushrooms?
We mean you no harm, just passing through.
The elf and the orc lower their guard, and the elf steps forward and she says, well, my name is Heldemin, and this is Alakran of the Izir clan. We are friends, even though our two peoples have been not too friendly with each other. We appreciate the strangeness of our ways, but we are working on producing a true ballad of our times, a story of blade and battle, an intermixing of our two traditions. And we are practicing sparring with each other.
Indeed, that sounds wonderful.
Noble pursuit.
Well, many do not agree with our practices, many of our kinfolk. See us as traitors, so we like to venture into these woods, into the grovelands, to practice in peace. And if you mean no harm, we mean you no harm.
We will continue on then.
Come sit, eat with us if you wish. Otherwise,
We'd love to.
we will continue.
Sounds like a meal. Well met, strangers.
Very well. You step forward and you join with this strange pair in the woods. And I think this is where we will leave it for this evening.
I'll just before we finish up, I'll ask them basically what their story's about and just try and get a...
Sorry, you're not coming through. That question cut out.
Oh, sorry. I'll ask the TLDR of the what their story's about.
Ah, yes. Very nice to meet you. Please talk while I eat your food. I'll promise I'm listening.
Yes, I'm going to need food. Darn it.
No, you can certainly do that, and I will touch upon that next time.
Fantastic. Well, thank you everyone for coming. As my ending usually is, thank you for your company. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know what Xinthar's usual ending is.
My what was it called? I never rebuilt the exit scene that I had with my old end of the stream, so I'll just leave everyone on the spinning logo.
Fair enough. Please let us know if you like that and you want us to continue with. I think we're thinking of doing it bi-weekly.
Once a fortnight, every 2 weeks.
Indeed.
So,
We'll
yeah,
say it will say it in every method that it comes through, bi-weekly, fortnightly, twice a month. So yeah, everyone take care, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Indeed. Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
all.
out, everyone. Bye bye.
Indeed. Thank you all.